Everything's
You start it.
Okay. Friends and family, welcome back to another episode of Workin on It Pod. We are back
in
home.
the crib.
We're back
Yeah,
home.
and we are
You're on tour
joined by
forever.
a
You're
very special guest,
Oh yeah, sorry.
Brett Eldredge. It's okay.
Brett Eldredge.
We haven't done this in a minute.
Sorry,
What's up?
I'm screaming.
There's no
We're
rules.
back. We've
There's no, I
been
mean, it's your
home.
show, but there's no rules. I feel that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're open books.
We sorry we have you hold your mic. Our budgets
You
are
want me to
tight.
go close?
No,
Yeah,
you're good. You're
that's
good.
great.
I got
Okay.
you. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You could
We've
be
been
in this
off.
area.
We got back from tour like 3 days ago, so you know how that feels.
How's your energy? How's your energy levels right now? Tell me.
I don't know.
Be honest.
I'm kind of just on autopilot. I'm
Really?
just still going. You know.
So do you miss the feeling of the
cheering?
yes.
Yes.
The crowd, the
Oh.
energy,
The
the,
crowd.
people.
That's-
Do you miss the
that's
people?
all
But
I
you
miss
have
with
this
the
right
fans.
here. Look at this.
Yeah.
They're
beautiful
not as
We got
like
dads.
they're
It's
not
beautiful.
as like woo, you're awesome as my fans are.
It's
you
more,
know.
you're right. It's more. It's
Well,
more
Daryl,
real.
I am, but like
Yeah,
it gets
Daryl's
annoying
like,
after
so
a
proud of you,
while.
baby.
so.
Yeah. So Natasha Benefield texted me like, it's okay if you feel really low after a tour when you get home, and I was like, oh, I'm stoked to be home. I do.
Oh,
I miss the crowds cheering for me, but that was exhausting.
I feel like Chris Olsen's the only one who might feel low.
Yeah.
Well,
afterwards.
today I feel
I saw you post a picture of
exhausted.
it.
Yeah, today
Exhausted.
I feel it. It all hit me
You
today.
tour like it's your
I
favorite
tour-
thing in the world.
actually, I don't.
Oh, just kidding. I lied. I just
So-
figured all country
So I
people
used to
tour
do
like
I,
that.
They do usually. I like 2019. I started.
I remember
I
this.
started dropping out of it, and I got a flip phone,
Yep.
and I started getting really overwhelmed by the whole thing. And
You
then I
went through a lot of mental health stuff.
Oh yeah, because you and I talked about it. I'd
Yeah.
text you, be like, "What about what should I do? Like, what's
Yeah.
worked for you? You know."
Antidepressants and therapy once a
yes,
week.
Yes, I do therapy once a week, and I've done all of that.
Yay.
But I feel way better now. But I feel touring is a really big challenge for me. And,
Me too.
And I just think the long days and the self doubts, you have to really work on that. Like, and so that's been the show. And I'm about to go into a tour and a lot of shows in a short amount of time for Christmas. So like, and I've got to bring the joy every
I'll
night.
be here for you.
Please,
I will
please.
text you.
Thank you. I'm breaking into sweats just thinking about it. But no, but it's exciting too. But I do feel
It's
like
scary.
I've tried to get a work-life balance now of probably more life than work sometimes, just because I
Yeah.
felt like for so many years I was touring. I was on the road over 100 days of the year, you know.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And I just can't ever do that again. I still love
No.
to play music. I'm finding the balance and
you
I
know,
like
we did 2 months, and that felt like a half
feel
of
a
a
lifetime?
year.
yeah, it did. It felt
how
so
many
long.
shows were you doing a week?
20. Oh, we did 26 total. So I don't know. It was like
Ooh,
day
in 2
on, day
months?
off,
Mhm.
day on, day off.
Couple
you know?
couple shows were
Couple
in a row.
back-to-back.
Yeah, a couple back to backs.
How do you feel vocally when you do that?
I have to do a lot of vocal resting.
Mm.
I have to talk up here a lot.
Yeah, no vocal
And-
fry.
And I
Vocal
have
fry.
children. So
Yeah.
luckily they're 3 and not like
Mm.
teenage boys. So I could be like,
Yeah.
hello, babies. You
Yeah.
know, I can talk goofy to them and they love it.
Yeah.
But when they're teenagers, I'm going to be like, hello, my loves.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
going to go, Mom, fucking get away from me, you know?
What do you do during the day? I mean, you guys
Oh,
play the
like a
kids.
day in a life on tour. There's no sleeping in when you have kids on tour. So we were like up at 7. He would try to let me sleep in a lot. So if it was, it'd be like 8 or 9.
Sleeping in's 8 or 9.
Yeah. And
I
then
c-
we
I
would
feel
go
that.
to a children's museum.
Okay.
Mm-hmm,
I couldn't believe it, man. I was
Or, like, an
horizontal in my bed
aquarium.
How
every
long are
day.
you
Yeah.
out there
The same amount of, so I was just the DJ hype guy, and I was just like,
for every show?
yeah,
That's awesome.
He opened twice for me. Like in the very intro when people are
doors
trickling in,
opening,
he was like, "What's up,
Yeah.
everyone?"
No way.
and
Yeah.
then right before her
And
set,
then right before
That's
my set,
sick.
he
Do one
literally
more,
was like,
like-
Megan,
Yeah, yeah,
Megan,
yeah.
the
That's
best
so
hype
cool.
guy ever.
so, but I was exhausted, and I'm like,
He took
I'm
3
not
showers a
singing.
day.
I'm not singing or dancing. I truly don't know how y'all do it with like, you have to actually sing well. I'm just
Yeah.
screaming into a microphone, like, let's get ready for
Yeah.
the show.
I feel that pressure of the singing part is like, okay,
Yeah.
I want to, because you want to hit all the right notes.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And when
Like,
I'm
when I get-
off a little, I'm like, I was terrible tonight.
Yeah. And you beat yourself
He's
up
like,
like,
what? No,
you
you're
treat yourself
perfect.
like shit. One day
Yeah.
you're like,
I was like, I'm garbage. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I get that way. And I remember I was playing a show last year, and "Oh Holy Night," is the big note at the end. And I'm so tired.
I
and
never will sing that song.
I knew I had heard Kelly Clarkson was going to come in the crowd, and that made me even more nervous. I was like,
Me last night.
was she there last night?
No, I sang for Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian was there, and I was like, I can't
No
do
way.
this. I can't
She
do
was like,
this.
No way.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? You probably did great.
I
She
slayed. I
crushed
did
it.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, I did find, other than "Oh Holy Night" comes around, one of my amazing singers in the world, Kelly Clarkson's in the crowd, and I could see her, and she went in through the front doors. She was there. She was watching the show, and I cracked a little bit on the note. And even though she's a vocalist, she's had notes crack a million times. In my head, I'm like, how did
it's
all
the
nights?
worst
You know what I mean?
feeling.
It's like she certainly doesn't care because she knows it's like, but in my head, it's like a nightmare. You know what I mean?
No, it's like you're the kicker on the football team, and that's your one job, and you laces out, like you kick and it doesn't do anything. That's what it kind of feels like, I think, in my heart, of like if a voice note
A
cracks.
little sports metaphor from Megan.
Little
I like
sports.
watching sports.
Laces
Whoa.
out,
How you
It's
grab
like
that,
the
yeah.
most pressure, and everyone paid to see you.
Yeah.
That's
And
and
you're
you got a
like,
whole crew that
Hope
you're.
I'm good. Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole team, just lots of pressure. And I only did 2 tours. I only did one successfully, I think, but I still look at it as a fail because I needed vocal surgery.
Forgot
So
about that.
yeah, so after the tour, they're like, all right, cut him again. And I was like, not again, bro. So this tour, my whole fear was, don't blow your voice, don't need surgery
So
again.
just take care
And
of
I
it.
did it.
Wow.
I think because I
What'd you do
got
differently?
a different surgeon, a different
Really?
doctor altogether. And she saved my life. She was at the show.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, because she still talked a bunch, bro. I could not
Shut
believe
the
you just
fuck up.
you just like were hanging out with everybody before the show, after the show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I wanted to be
I'm-
alone. Like, I need to be away from everybody. And she's like, come on into the room, let's hang out.
Every
And
time I would shower after the show, I'd come out of the shower like with my PJs on, and I was like, where are all my friends and family to say how good I did? Like,
Yes.
where's everyone to hang out with me? I am alone.
Yeah.
And then they were
I
like,
couldn't
they wanted
believe
to
it.
give you a rest.
yeah,
and I'm like,
like a moment to
alone.
relax.
That is one of the loneliest places after a
That's
show.
lonely.
Is when I first got to Edgar, my dog, that helped me. Like, at least go. He was just waiting there. He had no idea all the shit that was going in my head. Like, second guessing myself during the show. He was sleeping the whole time. We're chilling, and you get on there, he's so excited. But the reality is, like, people are trying to have the night of their lifetime, and you're trying to just have a night where you give them their best show.
You're going to work.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're going to work, even though it's fun.
Yeah, it's
A
fun.
lot of times, sometimes you're thinking about
Exhausted.
overthinking.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
But then you get back to the bus and you're just like, okay, now I'm just supposed to go to bed.
Oh, the drugs we took
Yeah.
to fall asleep at
Over the
night.
counter,
Over-the-counter
yes,
drugs.
pharmaceuticals.
No, listen.
Yeah.
We got
Melatonin.
I have to detox my body now because I cannot sleep without melatonin and ZQL.
Yeah.
So I screwed myself. But every night I was buzzing.
Yeah.
I was vibrating in my bed like, what a show. What a show.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
great. And it was
yeah.
like an hour and a half, craziest workout of my life. I'm like jumping, full cardio. And then I have to calm down. Like,
Do you read or anything?
I
No.
can't
TikTok.
read.
TikTok?
Reading is hard.
You can read,
I
but
can
we
read.
are. We had
Sure.
a routine where she would take a shower, then we'd all like decompress in the dressing room together, and then we'd all go to the bus and decompress on the bus together. She had a nice
But-
foot massager.
Oh,
Yep, I got
no.
a foot massage from Amazon. That
a
was the best
person
thing.
or a machine?
No,
A
no,
machine.
no, no.
I
I'm
got
the
them from
person.
Amazon.
But I
This is
didn't.
the
I
foot
didn't work it all.
massager. You
No,
got
yeah,
time
that was
off,
the best.
yeah.
I think that was my most woo-saw moment. But like in the shower, he would come in with, here's your nighttime pills, which are my antidepressants.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and then we had another cup of, here's like some gummies if you want sleep gummies or a
Yeah.
sequel. We have options.
The Ollie
tonight.
gummies,
And
the
he
Ollie
would-
gummies.
The Ollie gummies.
Got to be
yeah, he
specific here.
would-
There's all sorts of gummies.
Sorry, not weed gummies.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
too
yeah.
much of a baby to take anything. I'm sober. But
Yeah.
but yeah, Daryl would come in every night and he'd be like, "Where's my medicine?" And I'd have a protein shake and ice water because I was so thirsty. And then I would try to calm down from there, get on the bus, do my foot massage. But then I wanted to see my friends,
Yeah,
my
that's
brother,
that's
and
a
be like,
struggle.
"Psst, wasn't that show crazy?" Because we had children sleeping, so we had to whisper,
Yeah.
which is the
Yeah.
worst thing for your voice.
Yes.
So I would use this like voice nebulizer thing that I
What's
don't
this?
know if I
The
believe
mask
in.
thing?
Yeah, that's like, I don't know if I believe in it, but everyone's like, the singers love it, so
The
just
steamer.
do it. I
You
was
know, the
like,
little handheld
okay.
steamer.
I have it.
Steamer.
I know, it
tried
looks like
all
you're
of that.
vaping.
Yeah. So I did that, but How do you calm down at night?
Mm.
Right there.
Deep breaths?
I have to put the phone in a different room.
Oh, I should do
I
that.
put it to bed, as they say. Like I put it in a different room. I leave it on ring for the people in my life.
Emergencies.
Yeah, like or like you have your favorites with the family or whatever that's in there. I have it on ring, but I have it in a different room. I try to get off the screens
That's
because
so
I get
smart.
really wound up going to bed.
That's
Like
that's me.
I've been insomniac for. I've gotten way better if I do all the things, and then I'll try to do some deep breathing or used to play Mario Kart.
Oh.
That was my like after a show we would play a lot of Mario Kart before the show, and then after we would do to decompress. But then I realized it gets so heated because we do battle on
It's
Mario
an
Kart.
intense
where
game,
I was
dude.
like,
you
are you
knocking people's
gaming?
balloons off, you know?
Yeah.
I would be so amped still. You're coming off playing in front of all these people. Then you play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's
Getting
competitive.
destroyed by Princess Peach.
Yeah.
And you're just
That'll
like,
fire
I
you
want to.
up.
Yeah, that'll mess you up bad. So, but anyways, now, but I relate to all the potions that you buy, trying to figure out what to, like I have so many vitamins and
Yeah.
different things in cabinets for just like,
Oh my God, the Pepsid and the
yeah,
and the
oh my
gas
God,
X.
yes, gas that's but all the Walgreens
Dude.
receipts, like the Walgreens points and CVS
Oh yeah.
and the long receipts. I've got all that stuff for so many years, and the reality is I don't know if much of any of that works other than just like getting yourself to
Placebo.
chill, but
Yeah.
I'll try all the placebos.
Oh yeah.
Load me
We
up,
love
like,
a placebo.
straight to the veins.
And then
let's
if
go.
I like never get sick when I'm home here because we stay in the house in our bubble.
Mhm.
But I got and the children got sick 3 times in 2 months. What's that math?
Just a
What's
lot of
going
people.
on?
You're around a lot of
A
people.
lot of
all the
museums.
children's
A lot of
museums?
museums.
Yeah.
A lot of germs.
Booger museums.
We were doing elderberry like vitamins every day for both of them, and we couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
And like as soon as they get sick, I get sick. As soon as I get sick, they get sick, and it's just us. Daryl never got sick.
I don't get sick.
You don't get sick.
No, I just go. I
Our
don't get
nanny
sick.
was very, very strong. She never got sick, but it's me, and I'm like, damn, I'm the singer, you know.
Yeah.
And I felt bad watching my kids suffer, but they're fine. They're just like, I need a boogie wipe, you know. They're
Yeah.
just
Little boogie wipe.
But
This
yeah,
is solid.
boogie wipe. They got boogie wipes now. Oh, I can't wait till you have kids. I'm
Is that
gonna
what
teach
they're
you
called?
everything.
Yeah, for
They're
real.
called
It's a brand?
boogie
Boogie
wipes.
wipes.
I love
And it's
that.
literally
Yeah.
a tissue that's like a little
It's like
damp
saline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with saline, so it's soft. So we try to give him a tissue, and he's like, "Boogie wipe," and we're like, "All right, relax, princess." You know, he loves it. I wish I invented those.
It's a good idea.
But
But yeah,
tour is amazing.
Being sick on tour,
That's not good. But
That's not good.
what helped me go out there with a bunch of energy was knowing that your fans had waited 8 years. I was like, dude, this is their show of the year. Like,
True. When
let's
we
get
don't,
them. Let's
they
get
love
them
it.
going. Like,
So
Is
if
that
you
your
not-
first show? And
In 8 years,
In
it was my
eight-
first
first
tour.
tour
in 8 years, yeah.
It was a lot of pressure.
yeah.
And we
oh my God.
nailed it. We killed
That's
it.
so
We
cool.
did so
But I feel
good.
like that
we had
pressure turned
toddlers.
into excitement of like,
Excitement.
they're so happy to see you live. Like, this is
I
going to
was
be
like,
the
is
best
anyone
show.
going to show up? And they
Mhm.
showed up
Yeah.
and showed out. And they would have signs of like, this was me 8 years ago waiting for you. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
No way.
but have you toured in a long time?
I do Christmas every year.
Yeah.
I didn't do any other tour this year. I did like maybe like 4 like corporate events or something. But I didn't.
We love a corporate event.
Yeah. I did some of those, but really, I'm just doing Christmas. I'll probably tour some next year, but yeah, I really like I'm
You just
looking
like
at
Christmas?
farms. I'm looking at
Nice.
farm animals.
Nice.
Oh, what's my
Um,
dream?
Get a cow. You
yeah,
know.
get like
cow.
you know the
should
really hairy
breeze.
cows. I think they're called Scottish something.
Yeah,
or,
there's all different kinds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
Yeah, but
Stuff like that.
now you
horses.
you could visit the farm and then see if it really is your dream because
True.
it's
Right.
Let
it's,
me
it's
visit
pretty
first.
involved.
Y'all can
It's
come.
pretty involved.
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean,
It's a
yeah.
whole thing to have a
It's
farm.
a whole thing.
It's-
Yeah.
but now
Yeah.
Brett, you could check out his farm and be like, is this my
In
dream?
Nashville?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll find
Easy.
you.
Have you ever done equine therapy?
No, what's
Equine?
that?
We've got a fantastic tip to make your shopping experience more rewarding. It's called Rakuten. Trust us, you get to save money while shopping.
What? Rakuten is your ultimate holiday shopping hack, and you can combine incredible holiday sales with cash back to maximize your savings at over 3,500 stores.
This holiday season, many stores will be offering their highest cash back rates of the year with up to 15% cash back at some of your favorite brands.
Here's how it works.
How does it work?
Stores like Walmart, Adidas, Tarte Cosmetics, and even Expedia pay Rakuten to send shoppers their way. And Rakuten shares a portion of their payment with you through PayPal or check.
Wow.
Yeah. Earn cash back at hundreds of stores across all categories, from fashion and beauty to electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, and so much more.
Unreal. Rakuten also hunts down the best deals, sales, and coupon codes for you. They take care of finding savings, so you save both time and money. Plus, signing up is free and super easy.
Get the Rakuten app right now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cashback really adds up.
So basically horses for
Oh.
so basically horses are very in touch with their emotions. I went to a place called Onsite in Nashville. Have you heard of that?
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
Dr.
of
Phil
course.
sends everyone there.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Phil.
Thanks, Dr. Phil. We love you.
I went to Onsite and they had I did like a one-on-one intensive, basically just dig up all the things that make you a neurotic artist that we are or whatever.
We got to figure out why
We
we
all
are
have
the way
all
we
that
are.
shit, but so I went on a deep dive, and one of the parts was equestrian therapy. And so they give you a horse, and you're walking around in circles around the stable or whatever. And basically, she's like, "All right, now walk with the horse and take him over there across the way." And you start pulling it, and the horse will not budge. And you're like looking back, like, why the hell is this horse not budging? And she just, it's like this 80-year-old or maybe 70-year-old farm lady, the coolest lady of all time. And she says, "Walk over there like you want to take the horse somewhere." And I keep looking back, like, why won't you come, horse? Like, why won't you come with me?
Come on,
And
horse.
it's just staring at you, and you're just yanking. And then she's like, "Walk like you know where you're going."
Whoa.
And like, it doesn't click until finally you get really frustrated until you chill out and be like, you just walk because you're not worrying about what they're thinking. Cause I get really expectations. Like, I want to please everybody. So I'm like, horse, like, come on, I'm telling you to go. Instead, you just walk without asking if it's okay, without
Wow.
asking permission. And all of a sudden it just goes like it was no big deal. And that whole moment was like, it's stuck in your head of like, okay, I don't have to have permission.
Yeah.
And so it seems like a weird thought or a weird concept when you're doing it, but it totally clicked in that way. And they're just really, really empathetic animals in different ways. I think they just really connect. And I think
That
was
is
cool.
so cool.
Sick.
I wanna try
I know we
this.
got to do that.
I know Ryan could get that horse to go wherever you wanted it to
Well,
go.
there's a cool thing I learned in AA, and it's kind of the same idea where you got to get out of your head and follow your feet. So just follow your feet.
That's a great.
And it's
that's a great
kind of
way-
like the same idea with that horse. You just got to get moving and get out of up here and just go.
That's
I know.
great.
Now,
Yeah.
how do we get self-doubt out of our heads? Because
I literally just wrote all these journal paragraphs about self-doubt and just all the different ways of, treating yourself like you talk to a friend, all this
Yeah.
stuff. And you're like, I really want to do that. And you try and it gets really frustrating. And you just I guess it's the reps, but it's so hard.
Because,
Self-doubt
like,
is so brutal.
I'm learning how to be nicer to myself. I wrote a song called Bestie, and I was like, I want to be my bestie. I want to be
Yeah.
my best friend. I'm crushing on me. I want to thank me. Like,
Mhm.
go me. But then there's some bitch who lives in my
Yeah.
head. That's not me. That's
Mhm.
like Savannah. I don't know who that bitch is.
Yeah.
But
Do you have a
she
name for it?
I should, Savannah. And now I'm on stage, and she's like, don't forget your words, bitch.
Yeah.
She's like, because you probably will. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, shut up.
That's just your inner shadow, baby.
Who is
Ride with it. That's just your
she?
inner shadow. You let it ride.
How do I kill
You had that
her?
thought. And you let it
Sit
ride.
on my
can't-
shoulder
you
with
can't.
me. You can be there.
Yeah.
That does help me too.
Kill
But
her?
it's still maddening sometimes.
Yeah.
I named yesterday. I
Maddening.
named mine Nasty Nelson.
Oh, that's good. You had a
That's
name for yours,
Scott.
right? Scott.
Yeah.
Scott,
Doesn't like
Nasty
Scott,
Nelson,
I guess.
Savannah.
Savannah. You got one?
I gotta think of one. Maybe Thomas.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
my
her
middle
middle
name. But that, I don't know, dude.
Jesus.
It was on the fly.
Yeah.
But I feel like that self-doubt, you could look at it as a good thing because I feel like it makes you the artist that you
Humble.
are.
Sure.
It keeps you going. No, you're just like, you're always getting better and you have gotten better
Yeah.
over the last decade.
Yeah.
If you were just like on the best, like
I
what is
know,
that
you don't
really?
wanna
Is that
be
really good
that.
for you? I don't know. I think that you need that a little bit of self-doubt
Yeah.
to keep pushing
I
forward.
get that.
She's my humble queen.
But I can see it being too much. You're like,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, the
dude.
imposter stuff is brutal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like going into interviews, like, luckily I know all you guys. So, but like,
Yeah.
still, I'll get nervous, and I had a panic attack on, was it Good Morning America, or Today Show and Good Morning America?
I've
First
done
Today.
that.
You had one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was Good Morning America. Yes,
I thought
it was
announcing the,
It was with Gail King.
yeah.
Really?
Where was yours?
My first one was Today's Show, and like Hoda was walking. All these people that I've been on the show many times and like feel comfortable with them, but for whatever reason, when all the pressure would come towards me, when everything closed in of like, oh, now you have to answer to like the stuff. They're very nice people, whatever. But the fact that as soon as the cameras went on and it closed in around me, I just fully started having a full-on panic attack. Nobody else knew.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if anybody knew yours, but like,
No.
Yeah, no,
that's
you
the
put on
thing
your
is
brave
nobody
face.
knows.
Yeah.
No,
That most
they
of the
knew
time.
after when they yelled cut because I started shaking and scream
Really?
crying.
So you held on that strong?
Oh, I held on. I was like dissociating and blacking out. And then I said, "Get me a chair. I'm going to pass out." And then Gail King and her whole crew watched me collapse.
Really?
And then Gail King was like my email buddy for years to be
That's
like,
so
"Still
cool.
checking in. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't know what happened to my body."
That's,
But I had a full panic attack
wow.
on TV.
How did you handle yours?
Yeah.
Mine was so the reason it happened, or I guess I was in Scotland doing an on-stage interview in front of an audience. I don't even know if it was on camera because I
You were
wanted to
jet
watch it.
lagged?
Jet lag, drink coffee. That was back when I drank. I didn't drink a lot, but I drank maybe a few drinks the night before. Comparison. There are other artists like going up before me. Comparison
That's my
is
worst.
the devil.
It's the
Yeah.
devil. It's poison.
And that's one of my least favorite parts about the job, but we can get to that in a minute.
Ooh, I love you. Okay, we'll keep going.
But like, so I had all the trifecta or quadfecta, whatever. I had all the things,
All the factas.
all
Yeah.
the factas. And I went up there and I'm interviewing with a guy. I had like I have the jacket in my closet now. It's like very Scottish looking winter jacket. He's asking me all these questions, and I had never had like a panic attack I've had panic attacks at home in the middle of the night. That's when I get them
Yeah.
for whatever reason. It's weird. It pops me out of bed and I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this time it's the first time in IRL in real life that I had all of a sudden he asked me a question, something simple like, I heard you wrote "Want to Be That Song." You had the idea as you were about to go on stage at a racetrack, and you told your co-writer, and you went on stage, and then you didn't write it for a long time. Like, how long between the time you played that show to when you wrote it? And it's not a deep question. It's so easy. But for whatever reason, that was the moment that I had a full-on panic attack. I'm going to throw up.
Whoa.
Heart's racing, full-on sweat, like I'm going to die. And I just remember like a few months or whatever and tried to stay alive. Luckily, either he recognized, I don't think he did, but luckily it was at the end of the interview. We got done. No one knew, but in my head, that was a car crash. You know, that was a traumatic.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I would go in an interview, I would have full, as soon like we'd be talking like this, no cameras on, I'm fine. So they're like, all right, and 3, 2, 1.
It's that live aspect.
Yeah, live, that kind of thing.
That's
no.
crazy.
And then if
Yeah.
you have it once there, it's like, oh, that's when it
Yes.
happens. So here
Yeah.
it goes.
Subconscious mind's like, oh, here's the threat.
No.
And then as soon as they say 3, 2, 1, whatever, and we're live or whatever, like I could see like the person on Good Morning America being like, you know, doing the
Yeah.
thing. and
It's the most terrifying thing.
Yeah.
I
Also,
still
you wake
get
up-
that now. Like when I was a kid, I had to do a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah, he
interviews,
gets it.
and you know, I'm a kid. I don't know what like press talking is or anything. Like I'm just talking.
Yep.
And so I would get in trouble all the time for like things that I would say, which I never said anything bad, but I still get it. Last time I really got it was when we did Kelly Clarkson's show and we were talking about Barry's pregnancy, like you being pregnant with Barry, and you're standing behind the curtain and it's
Mhm.
like right before you're supposed to walk out. And
They
it's
make
just
it so
Oh.
epic.
like, and you're just standing there alone with like a guy
yeah.
and
That
you
you
both
don't
just
know.
wait. Yeah, don't know. And you're both just waiting. And then like you walked out too. And I think you like did a little trip.
Oh,
like
I
you
felt-
tripped.
pregnant.
Yeah.
I
No way.
ate shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we said, let's do it again and don't air that because they'll think,
Oh
So
my
then
God.
she
This
fell
place is
first. So then I'm
dangerous.
like, okay, I'm also
Should I
gonna
fall
fall.
too?
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It was.
Damn.
But yeah,
I'm
the
sorry, that's-
and today's show too. Like I'm usually back behind the cameras when she's doing it. I don't know how she does it like so easily, but I get nervous just being behind there. So like, props to you for like.
I always
man,
get
getting through it,
I always
man.
get nervous. I think I just have tried to turn it into like pretend it's my like surprise birthday party
Mhm.
and just go over the top. That's why I came out dancing. Like, I'm loving this.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't know that I'm nervous.
You don't know that I'm
and then
a
I fell
mess.
down. I was like, God damn it. And like
Yeah.
you did too much, Megan. But
Savannah wasn't invited to the party, and as soon as the party's over, Savannah's like, "Now let me tell you
Yeah,
something."
let me
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
something. No, yeah. I just I fake a lot of stuff. Like I
Mhm.
fake it till I make it, or I act. That's why
Mhm.
he's like, "What do you want to do next in life?" I was like, "I think I can act because I'm lying a lot
I know
sometimes."
you can
or,
act.
You know.
Oh, you definitely could act.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You gonna do it?
I would love to. Someone has to give me a chance.
Give her a chance.
Give me a chance. So you were
Sounds-
dealing with all these panic attacks. My mom reached out to me and was like, you got to help Brett. I think he's going through what you went through.
Mhm.
Because nowadays, I feel like, how old are you?
38.
24. So
You're 24?
No.
Oh, wait, you're
I'm
24
30.
now?
I'm 30.
Yes.
I feel like, but our age group, our world, I feel like we all are going through, at one point in your life, we go through a mental breakdown.
Mhm.
And it's the reason that we're all the first generation to be like, hey, we need help. Have you
Yes.
noticed that?
Absolutely.
Like I have to like beg my parents to even consider the idea of therapy. And I
Yes.
finally got my mom into it.
Really?
Because they're like 50 and up.
Yeah.
And
that
you're
wasn't-
asking them to open a box of trauma that's 50 years old.
Yeah.
It's a tough ask. But at 30, I'm like, I can handle 30 years. Can we open this box and please figure out what's
Give
going
me it
on?
all.
Like, help me. And luckily, I did that at like 24. Like
That's-
my mental breakdown was before my children, which I'm so excited for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because then I was like, I'm gonna figure this out before I make babies and try to raise someone with this being so confused.
Yeah.
Especially I knew about like postpartum
Mhm.
depression and all that. And I didn't have it because I think I figured out
Put in that work before.
I put in that work before, and it is terrifying. It is so scary. But the one thing that got me through it was seeing other people go through it.
Mhm.
Carson Daly did a
Yes.
whole segment on it.
He's so open
He
about
saved
that.
so many lives. Every time I see him, I'm like, "Hey, lifesaver,
Yeah.
you saved my life." And I sent your article to my parents to show them this is what I feel.
Yeah.
I know you've never heard of this, but
Yeah.
this is what I'm dying.
Yeah.
And the only thing that got me through it too was my older brother, who is brave, never cries, is a hard shell of a human.
hmm
When I would have my panic attacks, he was living with me and he was going, okay, you're going to feel like crap for 2 days. You're going to go to the ER. You're going to say, don't give me the heaviest drug. Just give me something to get me through the night. And I was like, how do you know all this? He's like, because I've done this and I told no one.
Really?
And I was
Yeah,
like,
mine
what?
would hit at night, and it would.
I was like,
I'm I'm dying.
you've been through this?
This is it. This is the end. And I
Yeah.
Would you jump
You would
up like
suffer through it.
full racing heart, like
yeah, like arm numb,
numb? Yeah.
full body sweat, and I'm like, I'm having a heart attack. Now, granted, I was also not taking care of myself in terms of my alcohol and drug abuse.
He was
So,
messed
so
up.
I was
Yeah.
what? But I went to the ER, and they were like, "You're just having a panic attack, dude." And
He was like, I might have done too much tonight, and
Yeah.
they're like,
I'm
you're,
dying.
Yeah.
You seem like a smart guy because they're like, here's Xanax. I was like, no, like I don't need that. Give me something else. They end up giving me like a beta blocker or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
those help.
Beta blockers are
Beta
great.
blockers are great.
I took one today.
If
Yeah,
they're-
there you go.
Yeah. If you
Yeah, just for interviews, like or
Yeah.
just so I can kind of be in it, you know. 'cause,
Yeah.
like,
Be more in your body than in
Yes.
your mind.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
after my panic attacks, I had to go to every performance. He would pass me one.
Yeah.
Or any interview, anything I did. I remember my first performance back was an Ellen show performance of a brand new song. And I was like, I'm going to shit myself and cry and throw up. Like, how am I not going to have a panic attack? And I took 2 beta blockers and I did the whole show. And I was like, I'm
It's-
back. I can do it.
That's so great. It's so crazy. It's just just for everybody out there. It's ask your doctor if you want to take a beta blocker, but it's just a blood pressure medicine. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah. It just
it's not any.
helps your heart rate.
Yeah.
It's not like Xanax or anything like
No.
that. It's literally
Yeah.
a heart. It literally like puts a governor on your heart so it doesn't go crazy fast and then make
Yeah.
you feel numb hands. And
Right.
that's because I
Dude.
get really physical anxiety. Like
Yeah.
I feel it in my body. I'll feel it for days and like it just stays in that state. And
Your
then
body will stay in that state for
Yes.
days. Oh my
sometimes,
goodness.
yeah. Like,
I also like once you learn it too, then you can learn what triggers it, and
Mhm.
so then you get ahead of it now.
Yep.
So I know when I'm overexhausted, my body is like,
yeah.
like comes in like
Creeps
a
up on
ghost,
you.
like,
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Savannah.
Hey, Savannah. She like, are you scared?
Yeah. Let me sneak up in here.
You're exhausted, which is why I think both of our attacks were on a morning show.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about boys, because you're pretty all the time,
Mhm.
but I got to get up at 3 a.m. for that.
Yeah. No.
I got to get up at 3 a.m., do makeup, and then show up at 5 and be like, good morning, America. Like,
Yeah.
hi, I'm my
People don't
best
know that part.
self. Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got 2 hours of sleep. So
Yeah.
here I go telling my like deep answers for you. Hope
flew
I say
in,
anything.
Flew in the night before. Like,
Yeah.
And you
so-
can't really sleep very well knowing it. Like
Yeah.
we don't get up naturally at 3 a.m. usually. So
No.
okay, you're going to bed at. I say I'm going to try to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Well, you know you're going to be thinking about getting up at 3. You don't want to miss the
No,
alarm.
yeah.
You call the front desk. Give me a wake up call. You set your alarm on your phone. Give me a wake up call. All these different
No,
things.
yeah.
So wired up, and then you got to go get your makeup on, go to sound check like 3 hours before it
Oh
starts,
my God.
and then you're gonna sing your song, and,
I
and
think
it's
it's
like
like
10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes,
Yeah.
It's only
but
10
it's so
minutes,
much
but
more.
it's so much pressure and it's online forever.
Yeah.
I talked to Charlie Puth. It was so funny. He had 5 Seconds of Summer sing a song that he wrote, and it was
Yeah.
so good. And I said, Charlie, why didn't you sing this? He goes, because I didn't want to sing that at 6 a.m. on the Today Show. Because
No
it is
way.
such a hard song to sing. And I
So
was
they
like,
sang it, and he wasn't even there. Or what?
it was a big hit for them. What song was it? We loved it. Something with bleeding, blood.
It's funny. He thought about the process of promoting
Yeah.
the song. He's like,
Like,
I feel like
nice
doing
to have
this.
a
Literally,
choice.
it's the
I kinda like that
hardest
idea.
part, the
Yeah.
promo. It's like, I didn't want to sing that high note at 6:30 in the morning. And I was like, God, I love you. That's so true.
Okay, let's talk
But-
about. We should talk about comparisons, since that is.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
that is-
we have a great
Yeah.
quote from Tommy. I don't think it's his quote, but comparison is the thief of joy.
The thief of joy.
totally.
And no
Yeah,
matter
100%,
how
yeah.
far I get in my career, I still call them up and
Oh,
I
yeah.
go, why does she have this? You know? Like, I am.
You've been like that since you were like a kid.
Yeah.
though,
Whatever,
like 12
dude.
years
It's
old.
human nature.
I know,
and I
but you're-
can't help it. And I'm trying to get better, but it is.
It is.
I'm just saying, it's been
It is
with
my
you for a long
weakness.
time.
That is my truth. Shut up.
Yeah,
It's so true.
you're good.
But
You're good.
I'm sure you did talent shows and that kind of stuff, or did you, or you like?
At my church.
Ah,
Yeah, I've auditioned for things and got said no to, you know?
Oh yeah, I did. I tried
Um,
out for American Idol, got shut down on that.
Oh, no.
You did? I didn't know that. Oh man.
You gotta
Yeah.
be a
For the
judge on
best.
it
Like
now.
Yeah,
like when
for
I was
the best.
16.
Yeah.
For the best, for the best.
You gotta
Whoa.
be a
So-
judge
yeah,
on
yeah.
it now.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
that'd be a full
coach,
circle
me and
moment.
you.
That's it. Let's go.
American
Yes.
Idol. Hire us.
You know, when I think about brands that are absolutely crushing it, like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, it's not just their products or marketing that stand out. The real magic happens behind the scenes. And for so many of those businesses, Shopify is what makes it all run smoothly.
Exactly. Shopify just isn't about setting up a store. It's about creating the best shopping experience from start to finish. And here's a little secret. With Shop Pay, businesses can boost their conversion rates up to 50%. That means fewer abandoned carts and a whole lot more sales. It's not just about selling more. It's about selling smarter. Whether your customers are shopping online, in-store, or through social media, Shopify helps you meet them wherever they are.
If you're serious about growing your business, you need a platform that's built to grow with you. And that's exactly what Shopify does. Look, I've got friends with small businesses who swear by Shopify, and I totally get why. Here at Lemonada Media, they also rely on Shopify. Here at Lemonada Media, they rely on Shopify too.
Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Allbirds uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/workinonit. All lowercase, WORKINONIT.
Go to shopify.com/workinonit to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/workinonit.
This tour was my bucket list dream tour because it had Madison Square Garden in it, which I
Oh, yeah.
was like, I don't think I'll ever be able to sell out an arena.
Mhm.
And that was like, after kids, husband, I was like, my next goal that I never think I could achieve is selling out arenas.
Yeah.
And so on this tour, we had 3 of them, and we had like Red Rocks, and we had the Forum
Oh,
out
sick.
here, which is like
Yeah.
my biggest bucket dream list. I was like, I'll never sell that out. And we did it.
That's
And
awesome.
But even like the night before MSG, everyone kept being like, all right, get some sleep, MSG girl, like
Yeah.
building it
Oh,
up.
and all that pressure.
Daryl-
I texted everyone. I was like, "Hey guys, it's just a normal show.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
done,
Daryl-
we've
Even
done
the day
13
of.
shows."
Daryl could tell I was spiraling.
Yeah.
And he was like, shut up. Thank you. It's just another show, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
back
that's what I-
up.
yeah.
So I texted a bunch of people like, "Hey,
Everyone's
stop
texting me
texting."
like it's my birthday. They're like, it's your big day.
Oh,
I was like,
God.
stop. So,
I hate
and
the
then
pressure.
all these incredible tours going on right now by my favorite artists, Sabrina Carpenter, Charlie XCX, and Troye Sivan, like my heroes.
Mhm.
They're all doing arena tours nonstop.
Yeah.
And they're like Charlie XCX was there the night before.
Mhm.
And I'm like seeing their glitter. And I
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so then I go on to YouTube and I watch the entire show. And
No
I'm like,
way.
well, that's a big stage. And I go, how did they get the lights like that? There's
They
no
must have
way
spent a fortune.
they must have spent a fortune. Whose show is it? How are they doing? And like, I'm such a fan, but I also call my team like, just a quick question. How do they make their confetti just nonstop blow? Because
yeah,
mine
yeah.
is like a little bleh, and that's it. How do I get,
Yeah.
and
And then all the joy is stripped away.
I
like,
robbed
what you're about to do.
myself. I was so in my head that night. I started sobbing. I was like, my show's so little compared to theirs. It's going to look stupid. And I called my mommy. I called my managers. They all calmed me down and they were like, get off your phone. Stop watching everyone. You're great. Be happy. This is your big day. And I was like, you're right. And it was the best day. It was my best show. It looked so big. I saw videos and was like, damn, that's what we look like? Like, that's much better than I was picturing.
Yeah.
Because you see others and you're like, mine's so small, you know? And I stayed up all night and then I got shit sleep. So I learned from that for the forum show, I was like, I'm not going to do that again. And I didn't. And I had the best show of my life.
Cheers.
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 Where's my water?
Cheers.
Yeah, we'll get
Do
you.
you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have our first, because on Christmas, we're doing our first arena this year in Nashville. Did you guys do Nashville? Oh, you
yes,
did?
we did.
We did Franklin.
That beautiful
Yeah, I was,
Franklin
I was at the
place.
urinal in Franklin like 2 weeks later.
No way.
And your sign was up there. I was going to text you that like, oh, I just missed you at the, whatever that outdoor amphitheater is. It's so cool.
It's the most beautiful place
It
we
was
played.
so cool.
It was great.
Unbelievable. But we're doing Bridgestone Arena this year, and the Christmas shows are very storytelling, and like we usually do like Beacon Theater in New York, and we're doing that, and we're like Chicago Theater, and this year we're doing instead of the Ryman, we're doing Bridgestone, and it's like I've played arenas, but like to put the Christmas thing on in there is a whole different
It's
thing. And
scary.
so it's so scary and something new, and you want to keep the intimacy of the show, but also like you're going to bring all these spectacles and different parts, and you're just like, I wanted to do so well, and you care so much.
You care.
You care.
I wonder if the fans know how involved we are, though. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Like,
and
I'm
it doesn't- I don't
involved
blame them. Like
from-
we all have our own lives. They're like,
I
I want to see
know.
the show.
Give me
I'm
a good
sorry.
show.
Yeah, yeah. And they're not,
But are you sitting there like me, like, these lights are not the right green? Like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
a good green, but they can be
Yeah.
a different green.
Yes.
Like, putting on a
Yes.
Christmas show? Do you
Yeah.
are you involved in all of that?
Yeah, I've tried to step away from it more than I used to be.
Yes.
And
I might
let
have to do
other
that.
people do their job, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It's because there's so many people. I mean, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of trust you have to have. Like,
Yeah.
trust me, I've done
Still
a lot
learning
of
that.
tours, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but I'm the one on that stage, and
Yeah.
it's like my face. But yeah.
I think when I first got when I was on the bus with the whole band, there was such a when I first started my career, I remember like people had to sleep in the front lounge because there wasn't enough room. Like,
Wow.
there was a community sense there. And then you start getting this notoriety that you're trying for your whole life of like people know your music. Then there start to be these little walls that you're not even wanting to create. And then like you start to feel a little bit distance from the thing that you love. And I think that's where like I've worked my way back towards is like hanging with the band and like everybody's there just as a community as opposed to, it's just you by yourself. It's like everybody's up there away from their families,
Oh.
away from all of it. But it's like with the anxiety and with the pressures and all that stuff you put on yourself, it's not like you feel better than anybody else. You're just like kind of off in this world of spiral.
Oh, it's so lonely.
Yeah, it's so lonely. And
That's
so I think
why you got to keep those people
that's
with
a good
you.
point. Why I think the tour went so well.
The tour went so well because we got a crew bus, and I had 12 people on my bus.
We created
I
a
slept
little
in a coffin.
community,
Yeah.
know, where it's like it felt like we were all in it together.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that it was like the
Oh, I was
pressure was
crying
all on
with
just
my crew
one
team.
person.
Yeah, the entire crew.
The whole crew, we were crying at one point.
We had a nice like dinner at the very end and did awards for everybody. And
Really?
Meghan
That's
Yeah,
was
that
involved,
was the
yeah.
best thing I think. We made up like funny like resting bitch face award goes
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
yeah.
or
And
like
I was just like announcing them.
someone's
like, here's the
always
award.
like for always not being on time.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
like that. Those moments made me like so sad to end tour,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was like, oh damn, I really like it here. Like in the middle, you get exhausted, and you're like, it's Groundhog Day. How am I going to do this? I'm so tired, and then you get to the end, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna miss this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you create like a family.
Yeah.
On tour.
But 2 months is long enough.
Oh my God.
And that's why you're
Yeah.
brilliant for doing like Christmas.
Hey.
It's gonna be
Well,
magical.
You're kind
man.
of like the Christmas king now, dude.
You are.
Third
Can we talk
album,
about it?
and it's on
Wait.
it's on your own
Merry
label
Christmas.
now, right?
Welcome to the family.
Welcome
That's
to the
right.
fam.
And that's my third album. First album, Meghan Trainor on Baby's
Where
Cold
was my
Outside.
call, baby?
Also-
Where was my call?
Also,
Call
I
me
just
back.
want
We
to say,
crushed.
your baby, it's cold outside. That's the first thing I ever watched her record. We were
Oh, we were
dating for
dating.
like
Oh, hey.
2
We were
weeks, 3
dating.
weeks. We
That's
were
a
in
magical
Nashville,
story.
and then we
I said, pull over. I gotta record this song. for Brett Eldredge.
That's
Brett
it.
Eldredge. I said it weird. God
You
damn
call me
it.
Bet.
Bet Eldredge.
My nephew called me Bet
And
for a
then
while.
I was like, while I'm in the stew with Chris Galbuta,
Yeah.
I was like, we're going to cut this song that I wrote for my 1-month boyfriend called Marry Me. And I recorded this song called Marry Me. And I played it when I walked down the aisle to my
Wow.
wedding.
Yeah.
And you sang Baby It's Cold Outside the
And I
same
said,
day?
baby, it's cold
Same
outside.
day.
And then I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another one, baby. And he was like, wow, you're mine for
Another
life.
one.
And I was like,
Damn.
But I
Aren't
got to
I
watch
cool,
like
though?
the creation of that
that's
song.
why my vocals
and
were so good, though, because I was
that's-
trying to impress him so
they are really
hard.
good.
I was like, I really can't stay. You know,
You
I was
nailed
like,
it.
check it
Yeah.
out. But we sound so good together.
Hey, well, I think we do.
Hey, well, I
think we
know
do.
it.
I think we do. And now that was the first one that came out in like, I mean, you were a baby then.
I was a baby.
Because I remember we met at the like People magazine.
Yeah.
One to watch.
I was
We were the
so in
ones
love
to
with
watch.
you.
I
I was like, Mom, I met a tall, beautiful man. You'll never believe
my
it.
mom's still in love. She sent me
No,
like all
she's
these
still
notes.
has
Like,
hope.
you got to
Awesome.
talk about all this today.
No,
No,
way.
I gotta
Yeah.
read my notes.
Your
She's
mom's
madly
awesome.
in love with you.
But she
wanted
talked
you to
about
be her
this
son. but it's
Rising
totally
Star
fine if I'm a spy
magazine
boy.
event around 2014, 2015.
Yep.
Wow,
That was
was it that
us.
year?
Yeah.
Because I remember because I loved how you had your family around a lot, and I usually do too. So I remember we met at that People magazine award, and then we were both at the CMA awards, and I think you
Yes.
just
With
said,
my dad.
Yep.
yeah, and your dad was there, and then we went to an
We
after
got
party.
It was the
turned.
after
Yeah,
party.
we raged at some party, and
I was like, he loves my dad. Like, this is it. We're in the
Yeah.
family. This is
The
your
whole-
future,
Oh
Brett.
yeah, you guys have some like photo booth pictures, right?
do we really?
Oh, from the
Well,
first
I gotta
night.
see
yeah, yeah,
those.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
I
gotta
was
see
like,
those.
They're in
wow,
her
look
little
at me and
memory
my
box
husband.
somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to see that.
I'm gonna get me a country star. This is I planned it all out. And then you were like, I love surfing. And I was like, uh-oh. I was like,
That's not me.
well, I hate surfing. So Yeah.
But I remember sitting there, and then so we kind of got both of our starts kind of around the same time.
Yes.
And then
You're my first
then
buddy.
That's right. And then Baby It's Cold Outside, and we had similar ties in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And then Baby It's Cold Outside, and now it's like got like almost 300 million streams out there in the
Oh my
in the
goodness.
Yeah, bro, big
and
numbers.
the
No big deal.
So
Yeah.
we just doing a Christmas thing,
We're
and then so
killing
the Glow came out,
Christmas.
and then I did
Yup.
and then I did Mr. Christmas, and now this Merry Christmas, Welcome to the Family is out.
There's never
and,
enough Christmas songs and never
Right.
enough Christmas
and
albums.
it comes around every year, and I love to do
It
it. I've
happens
loved it. I've
every
been
year.
obsessed with the crooners doing it, Bing and Nat King Cole and Sinatra and all these guys.
That's your
since I was-
dream.
Yeah, so to get to do it at Christmas and put the whole orchestra on stage,
Wow.
get the
Oh.
whole
Are you
just
touring
telling
with
the
an
stories.
orchestra?
Yeah, I have
Stop
orchestra up there.
I'm
with
going to
We
the
gotta
show.
go to the show, bro.
I'm going
Please
to the
come.
show
Yeah.
because they
come.
want me to do a Christmas tour eventually. Oops, secret. And
Hey,
so I'm going to study yours and
Yeah.
then steal.
Come
She's
on.
going to study and compare and be like, why
Yeah.
can't I
Yes,
have this
yeah,
Brett
let's
Also,
do it,
Eldredge?
I'll
let's
sing with you if you want. I really
Please do.
can't stand.
baby, it's cold
I
outside.
was
There
like,
it is.
I also want to do like an orchestral Christmas someday. I
Yes.
just like produce with my brothers at my house. We don't have a full orchestra,
yeah, that's okay.
so it's all fake. But I
You
think
can
I
definitely have
found
one
a
if you
plan
want.
to do it. Will you sing with me on that album?
Yes, please.
Oh my god!
Yes. Yeah, I'm.
All right.
Yes.
All right. All
It's-
right. All
it-
right.
It started right here, folks. It started right
It
here.
started here.
On the Workin' on
See
a
you
Pod.
next year for Christmas.
Yeah.
On the Working on a Pod.
You know, these days when I come home from the Working on a Pod doing my thing, all I want to do is just kick it, play video games. I do not have time to be a culinary wizard, right? But I also can't justify ordering takeout every night. Did that too much on tour. It's too expensive, not to mention it's not doing me any favors health-wise. And that's when I found Dinnerly.
Yep, this episode is sponsored by Dinnerly, the most affordable meal kit I've ever seen. Like, meals start at $2.99 a pop. And I thought that was a typo at first, but no. And get this, with our code PODCRUSHED, you can score up to 27 free meals. That's right, 27 free meals.
That's incredible. Dinnerly has over 100 dishes every week. We're talking everything from juicy steaks to oven roasted salmon and even takeout inspired favorites, except, you know, healthier and cheaper. The other night I made a little, it was a ravioli, cheese ravioli. Oh my God, it was so good. They got the best pasta sauce. I was in heaven. It was so easy. It's all there. It's all prepared. You just get it. You just quick whip it up, dude. I love cooking under 20 minutes. That's what happened that night. Oh my god.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Dinnerly is totally customizable, and want to swap the chicken for shrimp? Go for it. Need a gluten-free version? No problem. Low carb, vegetarian, they got it all.
This holiday season, give the gift of great affordable food with Dinnerly. Head to dinnerly.com/offer/working on it and use code working on it for up to 27 free meals.
Once again, that's dinnerly.com/offer/working on it for up to 27 free meals. And make sure you use our promo code working on it so they know that we sent you.
But yeah, you're the Christmas King. Your
Yep.
song with Kelly Clarkson. First of all, you got
Yes,
one
Sweet
of
December.
the amazing Christmas queens.
Yes, she is a Christmas queen.
She does it so good every
She's-
year. And I looked at your album today and was like, Kelly Clarkson. Like, how'd you get Kelly Clarkson?
I did
Begged.
a song on her record
There it is.
a few years ago, called Under the Mistletoe, and then I had this song. And it's like really soulful and like just right
It's
in the
so
wheelhouse.
pretty.
I wrote it in New York
Yes, you
with this
did.
girl named Ida Rose. She's awesome. And I was like, the first song I wrote with her, I wrote to send it to her. She's like, I don't know if this is the right one. I was like, let me go back in. So I went back in the lab, and I was like, I
Let
have
me go
this.
back in and cook.
And,
Hell yeah.
and then where it was snowing in New York when we were writing,
Oh.
and I wrote Sweet December, and it was just like the perfect fit. Sent it to her, and she sang it.
I like that she's
I like
honest
that, and I
enough.
like that story because I'm listening to the song. I'm like, how is he just capturing a beautiful snowy winter December?
'cause
I'm like,
They tell us to write it
But
in
he-
July.
yeah.
But he was feeling it, bro.
So that's
New
why I
York,
did it.
the snow, like he
That's
was in
smart.
it. That's a smart
If
My
you
play.
Christmas
stay in the
album,
mode,
yeah.
If you stay in the
Well,
mode,
I tried. We were really pregnant. And it was hot July. So
Yeah.
pregnant, hot July, hot. But I put on my Christmas sweater every day. And I was like, let's
Really?
get to the stew. And I'm just literally an ornament. And was like, we can record this. And I'm just huffing and puffing, trying to get
Oh
my
my
Christmas vocals down.
yeah. How do you sing? Like when you have
When you're pregnant,
like and you're
Twice
usually
as
trying to check
hard.
your diaphragm and all that stuff, and there's a baby in between.
there's a
Like,
thing in there, dude. Just
I never even
ripping
thought
you.
about that.
It sucks, and that's why I didn't tour for so long too, because I was pregnant. You know, I was big, and it was hard. And my last pregnancy, we were in Australia, and I was doing Australian Idol, trying to get my American Idol gig,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Perform, made you look," and I was like, "But I'm so pregnant, I don't want to." And they're like, "Do it," and I was like, "Okay, fine." But we got through it. It was great.
and here we
But
are.
I was like, "What if I can't breathe up there?"
yeah.
You
Wow.
should try it.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Get pregnant and try it.
I'm gonna try it one of these days.
Can I ask who is the man on the motorcycle?
That's from like 19. It's a photo I found online. You know, you go, yeah. I found it online. It's like from the 1940s.
Right here.
It's from 1940s.
For the album
I thought you were
cover.
gonna be like, that's
And-
my great grandpa.
No, I wish it was. But it's this really badass Santa Claus guy dressed as Santa Claus riding a motorcycle, and there's old
Sick.
40s cars behind him. Like it's so authentic. And I get tired of doing the same old photo shoot sometimes. I'm sure.
Yeah,
you know that feeling.
you look the same for 20
Yeah,
years.
you're just like, okay, you post up next to a wall and there's a tree here. And I did some of those, but I was like, well, the album's called Merry Christmas, Welcome to the Family. What if the whole concept is you have all these weird characters that come home for the holidays? We all kind of share this space. Everybody accepts each other for the wackiness that we have, that we bring to the table, and we open gifts and we tell stories and we carry traditions. And so this guy kind of captured that. And so we're like, what do we got to do to get this photo?
I know. I was like,
And
how do
then
you get that approval?
So we went, I have a great team at Q Prime, and they went and hunted it down, and we got it. So,
That's amazing.
That's
awesome.
so.
so you go through the
cool.
Pinterest boards, and I'm sure you do all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff. And then at one point we're just like, why don't we just try to use the actual picture?
Oh,
we got
so good.
Nice.
That
That's
song
awesome.
though is so clever. I heard it today and was like, damn, that's so smart.
Well, thank you.
Like listing out everybody.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Casey Musgraves when she wrote "Family is Family."
Yeah.
That song, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the details and it's so clever. I tried to do that on my Christmas album, but mine was more like poppy, and it was like,
Nothing wrong with that.
gotta thank Uncle Steve with the Amazon gift card,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Because that's what Uncle
It's
Steve
funny,
would
'cause
always
and
give
we're
us.
like fake snow, LA weather. Like we're very much in
Yeah,
LA
we were
writing
like-
this Christmas
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Put my tree up in November.
Is it weird to be in LA at Christmas?
It was, but it was
'Cause
so
you guys
bizarre. It was
grew up
July.
with-
It was in the
Hot.
valley.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
We
But
grew up
what
on the East
about, like-
Coast. Like,
That's a good point.
Yes, but
Yeah,
we're
it's
also
because you guys grew up in a place that can feel pretty Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmassy. We
Yeah.
loved it. We love
But
Christmas
being here at
because
Christmas-
our birthdays are also December 17th
Yeah.
and the 22nd.
Oh, no kidding.
So I'm like, I am Santa's child, you know?
Yeah, you definitely
I'm
no, it's bizarre, but I
Christmas baby.
I love living here because I could just drive up to Mammoth Mountain and go skiing. So I get my snow time in.
Oh, okay.
She
I
don't,
haven't
she doesn't
seen
leave the
snow
house,
ever.
but you,
But now
you did
we're
for my
also-
30th birthday, which I'm
Yes,
very
we
grateful
went to the
for.
snow,
Yeah.
and I had a little baby, and I was little pregnant, so I was
Yeah.
nauseous
You
as
did
hell
not
that
enjoy
day.
it, but
I
it's
didn't
okay.
like it.
But I did.
Daryl
But
did.
I'm also definitely that LA bitch now. That's like, oh, it's
Oh, yeah, you-
cold, and they're like, this isn't cold, ma'am, you know, and I'm like, no, I need jackets, you know.
Do you
That's
guys
me now.
bring the element of tradition or childhood
decorate?
stuff? Yeah, like with decorations. and
November
with-
1st.
The day
Halloween's
after
over.
Halloween,
Boom.
it's a wrap.
She goes
Yeah,
nuts.
straight in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I cannot wait.
What do you do? The
I do it all
cheesy
myself.
Do you do the like? My favorite one is Rudolph riding a jet ski, like like the real
Oh, the cuties,
the
yeah.
cuties, or do you do?
We
like
always
serious,
make a lap to Michael's and get the little tchotchkes. We got to
tchotchkes.
get the little
Mhm.
cuties. Yes, we
And then a lap to Home Depot or Lowe's and get the blow up.
Oh, I would
Oh, you
drag
do the
this
blow-ups?
man.
Oh yeah.
I drag
oh, yeah.
this
Especially
man
with
everywhere.
kids now, like they
Yeah.
are
That's-
obsessed.
See, I'm not in that stage. You don't have a kid. Like
You
I'm
don't
like,
have to. You don't have to.
I'll never have the TLOs, the tacky lawn ornaments. I always say that, but then
TLOs.
I know there's going to be a stage where I just slowly start migrating towards it. But I recently started like really enjoying watching birds. I was like, oh shit, it's happening.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm
Oh
like,
no!
bird
I
watching.
Not the
I started
bird.
watching.
That bird.
I love to watch birds out the window. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be like
You get the feeder.
going through Home Depot and like,
You're gonna see a bird ornament.
there's a snow globe
Yeah.
that is life size. It blows up.
But ain't it?
I need that.
Yeah.
Starts with
Need it.
bird watching.
Starts
Yeah.
with bird
That's good though. That
watching.
means you're in a very zen state. Man.
You're right,
If
I am
you're
getting there.
appreciating the birds,
I am appreciating
Start-
birds.
you starting to-
You
Yeah.
sound present.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
feeling
Present.
life.
The birds
That's
do
what
help.
kids taught us, how to be present.
You're right.
Mhm.
Or how
Does
to
it really?
try
Did that
to
help?
be. Yeah, because
Yeah.
my therapist was like, watch your 1-year-old just be. And I was like, what do you mean just be? And she was like, sit next to him for a minute, watch him be. And he just lives.
Just exists.
Like he's like, wow.
He's not.
And he's just
not.
amazed by all. He's like, bah.
Also, just really helped
And
me
I'm like,
with
bah,
like it,
Oh, you're
bah,
right.
yeah.
it helps you with emotions too, because you watch your young kids go from like
Oh,
scream
dysregulate.
crying straight into happy laughing within milliseconds.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like,
And you go, oh wow, I don't
Huh?
really have to hold on to these
Mm.
feelings I'm having.
Yeah.
You can really just let them go and move on to the next.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, we did. I was listening to something the other day about we weren't born with self doubt. We weren't born with comparison. Really, like as little kids, we didn't know what self doubt was. We didn't know. Oh, I'm not able to do these things. Yet we built stack all these walls and layers on.
through
where it's like to
trauma.
be able to watch through a trauma, but it's like even if you have a good child or whatever, there's still always stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, but to think about, I love that thought of just watching your kid, and I do want to be a parent one day because I think that does change the perspective of like, oh my god, all this pressure's on me. I'm about to go on stage, and then like something else that you can kind of. I'm gonna have a dog, but I know having your own kid is a
Dog is a
I
good start
feel-
though.
yeah.
It's a
I know you
great
didn't
start.
watch it, but we were joking last night that I'm literally Hannah Montana
Yeah.
because I
How do you know Brett
came-
didn't watch Hannah Montana? He
You're right.
might-
That's a good point.
Did you watch it? I love Hannah Montana. Okay, basically, I'm Hannah Montana because I was telling my kid at dinner, I was like, Mommy's gonna go be a pop star tonight and go sing with Paris Hilton. And
No
he was
way.
like, yeah, Mommy's a pop star. And I was like, yeah. And then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna be Mommy, okay?
I like
And
that.
I was like, that's so cool. That
That's
like
awesome.
I literally go put on my superhero costume and I strut on stage and I'm like, yeah. And then I come home like, let me get your boogies, you know?
Get the
like,
boogie wipe
I'll get
going
boogie
in.
wipes.
Brought
I'm
to you
like, let
by-
me get your boogers. Yeah. And it's like the coolest, best thing in it, having kids and doing this career. It made like a lot of like females, I feel like get scared of being like, oh, I'm going to have a baby, but is my career over? And for some incredible reason in 2024, it only helps your career because I think
Mhm.
it makes you look more human and people can, so many more of my fans are moms now and
Yeah.
can relate to me. And so when you're a parent,
Like being
they're
the
gonna
age that
love
you
it.
are, being in the place that you are, being the
Oh yeah.
mom that you are, and that's cool.
It's
You're a
so
great
cool.
mother.
But it's
Great-
nice
best
too in
mom.
my
Great
shows.
family.
Thank you. We did so good.
You did.
We're
It could have
working
been
on it.
you. But it was him. It was destined for him.
Got him.
Dad joke.
You could have had this,
That's right.
but no, it was Daryl. He did it.
I sure did.
And I keep getting asked my entire career, by the way. Hey, hook me up with Brett. How do I get to Brett? Like,
Oh my God.
to this day, to yesterday. And I was like, let me work on it for you. Hold on.
Yeah.
So I got to talk to you after we cut
Okay.
because I've been approached.
Oh God.
You're a bachelor and everyone loves you.
I got a girlfriend now. I got a girlfriend.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, it's public knowledge. I love it.
No, it's not.
Should we cut this out?
We can cut.
No. I talked about it yesterday.
Oh,
so
all
it's
right,
okay.
all
I mean, I'm
right.
not gonna say who or anything. But I do.
Congratulations.
That made me
Well, he
sweat.
dropped it here
that made me
first.
sweat.
Congratulations.
That made
You're
me
safe
sweat.
That made me
space.
sweat. I'm sweating. Are you sweating?
Safe space.
I'm sweating. I've been sweating.
Yeah. I was like, I should definitely just say it because I don't care.
Say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's something I also have really over the last several years. I used to be like all over the socials and stuff, and I got to this point where I was like, I'm gonna step back. I really enjoy my private life, and then when I go share music, I'm gonna dive in there. And so I just think I've really enjoyed doing that, and so yeah, I think opening my heart to myself instead of running for myself in a lot of ways, and then also allowed me to help open my heart to another. And
Yeah, because
It's
every
beautiful.
time I like would see you, you were single, and it was
Yeah.
the talk of the town. Me and my mom, talk
Yeah.
of the town. Me and my mom. How is he single? What is going on? Like, he loves the beach. He loves a dog. He loves to travel. He is the perfect guy. And I was like, what is that? But this
Yeah.
makes sense. You had
I
to
never
learn
knew
how
how
to
to
love yourself.
it's really hard to know how to do both. And like you
Love the
think that
beach
you
and a
can't.
woman.
Well, yeah, that too. But like your first love is music. So like, from when I was a little kid, I was like, how can I get on a bigger stage? How can I, I just love to do this. This is my love.
Mm.
And I think for the longest time, it was hard for me to like, well, I got to make this album. I'm going to be gone for this long. It was hard for me to be able to feel
Commit to someone.
commit to something and feel like I was then abandoning the original thing that I loved. So I think that that has been just allowing myself to be like, oh, I can have this.
You can
I
have
can do my
both.
thing, and you can
Yeah.
have both. Well, that's
I'm learning you can
Oh,
have
we're-
anything you want
You're
and
right.
your career.
Yeah.
As long as you work your little ass off.
You're right.
I
But also communicate.
naps
As long as
and
you
communicate.
communicate, you ask for help.
also like
Yeah.
this. My guy is with me on every day of work.
Yeah.
I did a thing the
as
other
much
day.
as I can. As much as
As
I
much
can.
as he can. But he's there for me all the time. And it's I always tell him I can't do any of this without you. Every night after the show, he's in the bath. Here's your makeup wipes. Let me get your eyelashes. Like the boy, you find someone who takes care of you,
Mm.
and that's it. Like
So how do you guys get your space ever? Or like, do you guys?
Megan doesn't
What
like
do you mean?
space. Megan doesn't like
what are you
space.
talking about?
I'm so nervous now.
Ew.
No,
Ew.
Megan
doesn't like space.
Space
She won't-
away.
Mm.
Last night we took space away, and I was
How do
I
you
know,
guys-
I feel like
dying.
all this is honestly like an attack on me because I'm about to go to work. So
Yeah.
she's just
He's
reminding
about
me
to
on
work
how she
for
can't
a
live
long
without
time.
me.
Yeah, talk about pressure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
can't
yeah.
do anything without you.
Yeah.
I can't do anything without
Yes,
you, baby.
can.
Yes, you
Last
can.
night you
Last
crushed
night
it,
you
and he
crushed.
wasn't there.
I know,
you did
but
a
I
very
was,
good job.
And we
You
texted
were
right
fine.
before.
We went to a
Relax.
movie
texted
premiere,
right
and I was
after.
like, "It's tonight. How am I
Crushed.
gonna?
Yeah, were you
how am
just-
I gonna go on
It'd be
stage
great.
without
So
you?
did you
What do
spiral
mean?
or not? Were you?
No, I was
No.
very brave, but I was distracted by Kim Kardashian, so I was fine.
Now I
and-
just need Kim at all of
Yeah,
the shows
yeah.
I'm
Yes,
not at.
please.
I was like, "We're okay. We're doing fine." But yeah, even we don't spend a lot of time apart.
Mhm.
We're
but
best
I'm
friends.
lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm lucky. Some people we know marriages, friends who are in a couple that are or who are in a marriage that are
Take
like
a breath, Megan. You're
that
okay.
are no, they're shut the fuck up. That are like they're like, oh, we need at least one day of don't fucking look at me, don't talk
Yeah.
to me. And I was like,
Everybody's different.
everyone's different.
We're-
I just know that if I had to be trapped in a room with you, which COVID
We've
we
done
kind of
it.
did,
Yeah, we did it.
and that I'd be like, I'm cool dying
Same.
here.
Same.
That's very sweet.
Same.
And that's when you know, when they're like, how do you know? It's like when you don't want to kill them, when you love
COVID
'em,
was the
when you're your
ultimate
best
test
friend.
for that, for
yeah,
sure.
COVID and
yeah.
being pregnant in COVID.
And you both work from home a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
when you're home.
Yeah,
No, I'm about to leave home.
you better.
But I'll
leave.
be in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
so
down
okay.
the
It'll be
street.
fine. It'll
He'll
be fine. I'll let you
Yeah.
know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Did the girlfriend come after you worked with that horse? Was it magic?
Yeah,
after
yeah,
the
there
horse?
was a lot.
Whoa.
That was one of the things. There was a lot of things. I think
Yeah.
it's the stacks of
Right.
a lot of things. But and then I think eventually I just smartened up and realized I could do it. and who knows
Yeah.
what tomorrow holds, but I feel really great for where I am now. So with everything, and
I'm so proud
Yeah.
of you.
It's amazing.
and then life in general. I mean, other than I get super overwhelmed in the rumination of hell at times. Um,
That's
I
my anxiety. Is I
Yeah.
get overwhelmed.
yeah,
And
same.
what do you do like when you get overwhelmed?
It's like soothing kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Nature. I go out, watch birds.
Birds.
No,
Yeah.
it's a little
No,
bit-
that's beautiful.
No, it's like usually I go for a walk. I try to, sometimes the breathing works, like deep breathing,
Mhm.
or I just have to go off and like get on my own for a little bit.
You ever bite into a lemon?
No, but tell me more.
The holiday season is all about connection, and at US Cellular, it's their commitment to bring people together that really stands out. This season, US Cellular is celebrating the gift of connection by supporting our communities with meaningful donations and a chance for everyone to get involved.
They're inviting you to join the Gift of Connection initiative. Visit any US Cellular store and donate new sports equipment, art supplies, or fun games for a chance to give back and receive 20% off an accessory purchase. Just drop off your donation before January 15th to participate. Some terms apply, so ask your local store for more details.
Since 2009, US Cellular has invested over $47 million in donations, technology, resources, and valuable experiences for nonprofits worldwide.
And if you're looking for the perfect tech gifts for loved ones, check out US Cellular's Holiday Gift Guide for affordable, thoughtful tech that brings everyone together. Visit the guide at uscellular.com/gift guide.
As the nation's fourth largest wireless carrier, US Cellular provides a reliable network designed to keep families, businesses, and communities connected. They've even donated over $23 million in hotspots to help students access reliable internet through their After School Access project.
To learn more about US Cellular, visit one of its retail stores or go to uscellular.com. And for the latest news, check out newsroom.uscellular.com.
Apparently, if you're having like a full blown panic attack, get
Yeah.
a lemon for him and you bite into it, and it shocks your brain so much because it's like "Ming," that like you can't physically be panicking because you're like just so distracted.
Yeah.
It's all about like distracting yourself and being like, that's why sometimes techniques like there's a lamp in the room and there's stairs and start listing out things because you're trying to tell your brain like you're okay, you're here. But I also heard like cold water or something, or like shocking your system helps you
Like
calm
cold
down.
plunge.
Cold plunge, yeah.
Cold
Cold plunge is
plunge
great.
probably is
When I
great,
get
yeah.
overwhelmed, cold water, even just like a bucket of ice, dunk your face
Don't
in
have to
there.
face
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
I do
Something to
that before
shock
shows
you.
sometimes.
Really
Yeah.
awesome.
Be like, why are you
Wish I
thinking
could do that
about
without my makeup.
what's going to happen in the fourth song? Because there was at one point when I was on stage, I would be counting down the songs.
Yeah.
Like, you know that feeling?
Oh, that was me
Sometimes.
mid tour. I was like, I would, I have little breaks, or I do at least before like a huge dance section,
Mhm.
and I would look at Daryl, and he's like, "You're almost done," and I was like, "I don't want to go out there
Yeah, you
and
gotta go back
dance."
again.
So I was like, "This is the hard part."
We're s-
Okay,
We're
And
still
then
little
I-
kids. I mean, we're
Yeah.
still little kids. I was yesterday. I was meditating. I was like, I'm just gonna like try to do this inner child kind of meditation. It was so weird to even think about this, but I was picturing myself the day I had a panic attack on the Today Show,
Mhm.
because I hadn't done interviews in a while this year because I'm just starting to promote and go out and do Christmas and all that. So like I hadn't done an interview, so I was thinking about the time I had the panic attack on the Today Show, and so I pictured myself when I was like 12 or 11 or 10 in that zone,
Mhm.
thinking how cool it was that like walking up to me where I had the panic attack, and thinking and I'm like sitting there in a tuxedo, like telling the kid, it's okay, I've got you now. And like I started tearing up, and I was
Yeah.
just like, it was just something in my imagination, but like it made you realize of how much that little scared person that's afraid to go on stage or afraid to be compared to another kid that's way better at them in basketball at school or whatever it is, whatever you do in life, we all have that kid in there that's like just scared. And like to
Scared.
be able to like do that and kind of give him a hug. And it was really giving myself a hug, but like it clicked on that kind of stuff. So that's the stuff I'm kind of working on now, but that helps for sure.
That's awesome.
My mom uses my inner child a lot to like pump me up for stuff.
Really?
If I'm like last night, I was like, I'm so scared to go. I can't sing this song. Like, it's with Paris Hilton. Every celebrity's gonna be there, and she was like, 14-year-old self you is freaking out right now.
Yeah.
And she's stoked. So do this for her. And I was like, you right. Let's do this for her.
Let's
so
do this for her.
I do a lot of stuff for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
And I feel like you got better for yourself because you were picturing your 12-year-old self, right? Speak up. I don't know.
I'm thinking. Yeah. I had like a couple meditations when Daryl got us to do TM.
Oh, really?
And the first
That's cool.
few, I
Yeah, he
definitely
does
hung out
TM.
with Lil Ryan for sure.
Right.
And
Lil Ryan was great.
yeah. And then I
didn't
started
know how scared he was.
scared little guy.
He was a scared
Yeah.
boy. He always
Yeah.
acted so tough.
Did you feel the pressure of being big brother to like
Yeah.
No.
try to protect, try to act like
it was just
nothing's
like
ever?
I have to lead a good example, and I never
Can
could.
I-
I never let a great example.
Can I tell the
I
example
led the worst
of
example.
one of your meltdowns that I didn't know about in high school, where you were with mom and you were like crying, crying, punch a hole in the wall?
Oh, dude, I was like, wait, what? I
She said that you had a meltdown in high school or at a younger age
was 13.
of like, how am I supposed to be a man someday and provide for a
Yeah, yeah,
family
dude.
and
I would
get a
trip, future
like
tripping.
that?
How old were you?
What kind of
13
pressure
years
is
old.
that?
No way.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
strong
Isn't
pressure.
that
I don't know why.
crazy?
It's insane. It's insane.
Wow.
Just future tripping. So yeah, like, and that's like a lot of anxiety of like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Fortune teller
then,
stuff. Yeah.
Like then I sobered
Yeah.
up and just did a bunch of step work and worked on myself and just stayed present and just be like, oh no, I got this. Like she was like, what are you gonna do? DJ, like, what are you gonna do? I was like, it's gonna be amazing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's
And
gonna be
it
fucking awesome.
was.
And I also procrastinate. So I like figured it out the
Yes.
first 2 shows. I was like, oh shit, I probably should have like paid
Mm.
attention.
I'm not- I'm the same way.
I'm
Quick.
like such a Capricorn, such a like I need to plan it out. I want to know exactly what's going on. I want to rehearse
Yeah.
till it hurts. Like, and
Oh,
I was
really?
like, "What do you mean? Can I see your set?" And he was
I was
like,
like-
"Nah, it's gonna be fine." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Holy Lord, you're so confident! Please,
Yeah, I
for
know, I
the
just
love of
started,
God,
He
like,
built a
rehearse."
tricking
whole
myself.
tour out of it.
Right, got a
Yeah,
new
and he
job
did so
from
good
that
that they
job.
were like,
Really?
"Let's
Yeah.
do another tour." So
No.
now him and Chris Olsen are going on tour
No
in
way.
March. Get your tickets
Congrats.
now,
That's awesome.
Club Chris Tour, yeah.
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 which is crazy. So he,
Yeah, I was
he's
just
also
like
lucky and confident.
fear-based future trip in life did not work out for me too well. So just switched it up, followed my feet. Like you did with
It's
that
also a lot of
horse.
pressure to have your younger sister be like, I know exactly what I want to do, and like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
a wild dream. Like, I want to write songs and live off of that.
How opposite are y'all?
Crazy.
Similar and opposite. I mean,
Similar. We're here in 5 days apart.
yeah,
Irish
we're very
twins.
close, but yeah, her work ethic is incredible. It inspires me all the time because I don't have that, man. Like
Mm.
the preparation is wild.
Yeah. The packing, like even just packing a suitcase. I'm like 3 days before the trip. He's
Mm.
like our morning of at 5 a.m. Same
I'm
with
that
this
way.
motherfucker.
I'm just on the fly, dude.
Fi-
and I
I'm
just-
Throw a
like,
bunch of
my
shit in there,
dude.
close
Yeah,
it,
like-
sit on it if you have to zip
yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
Yeah, you gotta sit
Yeah.
on it for
He's
sure.
And you got
Okay.
it like in the little special baggies. This
Oh
is socks.
yeah. I'm
This
I'm
is-
organized.
But
yeah.
the way and how she has to do like every little thing. Like if I was in her position, I would be like, all right, we shot the music video, edit it, you got it. I'm moving on to the next thing. She's like,
And
I
I'm
gotta color it,
editing
gotta
it.
edit it, it's gotta be this. I'm just like, let it go. I'm like, y'all got this. I
go
I'm
to a
just very
place where
impressed
I'm
that
like,
she works on every
guys,
little
can you look at
piece.
this? Is it worth me redoing it from scratch, or should I just approve it? And like that's how far I'm
like,
going.
I
I'm
don't
like
know what
brain
you're
dead about it.
seeing.
And
This
he's
looks
like,
fine.
looks
Yeah.
fire. I was like, all right, fine, put it out. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I don't know. I just
But I see every
Roll with it.
detail.
It's working.
yeah.
Yeah, it works. It's my way.
Yeah. I mean, you could see it here. You got it. You
We are
figured
very
it out.
blessed.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate.
But this was a phenomenal episode, man.
Could talk to
Yeah.
you forever.
Yeah,
Isn't
go.
he
We
a
got you
gem?
Well,
Wait.
you guys, if you really want to come to a Christmas show, you don't
I'm buying
have to.
tickets. Don't give me tickets.
But I'll give you tickets.
No, I'm
Yeah,
buying
come
them.
on. All y'all come. Bring the
Where
fam.
is it in LA? Is there a
We're
show?
we start in Boston. The day after Thanksgiving, we have Boston, Philadelphia. Then we go New York, 3 nights at the Beacon. We do 3 nights at the Chicago Theater, and somewhere else. And then we're in St.
I was
Louis,
like, I can't believe
Detroit,
memorize this. Detroit.
St. Louis, Detroit, Nashville, Bridgestone to finish it on the 20th.
Okay.
Oh
So
my
any of those
God.
y'all
Okay,
want to come
great.
to? I would love to have you guys out.
I feel like
You don't
we
have
I
to
might
sing.
be
You don't have to
out-
feel the
I'm-
pressure to sing.
I'm going out for Jingle Balls. So
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
might
saying.
be
It might
around
overlap.
you. Might
Yeah.
overlap. So
We'll be on the
which
East
be
Coast,
good.
so
I'm
That's a
doing
great
like
idea.
Detroit, I think, right? In Boston.
we could take Riley back to the St. Louis Zoo.
Oh my
Great
God.
zoo.
Oh, baby,
That
that's
zoo
Great
is
zoo.
phenomenal.
I grew up
St.
going to
Louis.
that zoo.
Really?
That zoo is
No,
amazing.
That zoo is awesome.
That's so strong. I'll go to
Awesome.
I'll go
Shut
to that
up.
zoo. If
Yeah,
I'm there
come
that
to
day,
the
I'll go
zoo.
to the zoo.
We'll
We're all
hook you
going to
up.
we got a zoo. We bought a zoo.
They're gonna love this, dude.
Yeah, screw a farm. Let's get a zoo. Okay. And your album, Merry Christmas,
Welcome to the
Welcome
family.
to the family,
Family.
is out right now.
Right
Please
now.
get it.
Stream
It's so
it.
good. Stream it
Stream
this
it.
year for Christmas, along with my album, A Very Trainer Christmas. A new
That's
one's
right.
coming your way.
And your record label.
Dad, stop
Yes,
talking.
Warm
for
and
the
Cozy
love of
Warm and
Records.
God.
Cozy Records.
Warm and Cozy Records.
Warm
Yeah,
and Cozy
dude.
Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made my own
Sign
record.
me.
He made his own
Yeah,
label, bro.
I'll sign you. I just signed you just now.
Yeah.
Sign you. I just did.
I just did it.
My dad's on a full conversation.
Yeah.
Guys,
Thank you guys so
thanks,
much.
guys.
you go.
Love you. Thanks
ya.
for watching, Mommy. We love you.